Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Big Bad Bench. My name is John, aka Big Bad Biologist, and today we're going to be playing with SCSI in an IBM PC 5150. So here's our old friend, the BlueSCSI. Everyone loves BlueSCSI. And we're going to try to get this working in the IBM PC 5150 that I've been working on. And so here's all the mess that's on the Big Bad Bench right now. Oh, and let's say hi to everyone that's in chat. How's it going, people? We got Dave's Vintage Apple Tech. We got Trina's Techno Babble, Sloopy Malibu, Vic the Vicar, Garth Beagle, Gut Bomb, Epictronics. Oh my gosh, everyone's here. Oh, this is a crazy, crazy stream today. So, right, so this is the 5150 that I worked on, I don't know, 2 or 3 streams ago. It's so hard to keep track of everything. And so this thing originally was a mouse house. It was really nasty. Cleaned up. We had a problem with the ROM on this thing, ultimately, is what I found. And so I made a really hacked up ROM adapter, made a new ROM for it, and it's working great. As well, I mean, as great as an IBM 5150 can get, because you know they're not the fastest machines in the world. So what I have here is a Seagate ST02 SCSI adapter. You'll notice it has the right floppy adapter for the IBM PC style floppy cards. And so theoretically, this thing should work with a BlueSCSI, right? BlueSCSI is SCSI. This is a SCSI card. But old stuff has some compatibility issues. This is version 3 of the BIOS on this thing. If we go and take a look at -0 degrees, so everyone loves -0 degrees. So he has all the BIOSes for so many things up here, and so what we're looking at is the Seagate ST02 here, and we're on BIOS version 3. But there's ultimately more BIOS versions than that. So I think what we're going to do today is download a newer version. I think I'm going to do this one because the other one says it's from something else. And so one of the issues with these BIOSes in these machines, originally, let's go back to here. Nope, not my face. Here we go. So originally this SCSI adapter apparently only recognizes Seagate hard drives. And so I plugged in the BlueSCSI, it didn't see it. So what we're going to do is flash a new BIOS chip for this thing. Oh, I forgot to get out my BIOS chips. How big was that file I just downloaded? Sorry, folks, I should have had this prepared. Oh, I'm so bad at YouTube. Let's see. Alright, so that's a 16K BIOS file, so that means we need a 128K EEPROM, 27C 128 EEPROM anyway. And so here's my EEPROMs. What do we got here? 27C64, 27C16, 27C128. Okay, so we're going to take this. Does it use a 5380 SCSI controller? I'm going to say no. That's what we have on here. So that's what's on here. I know that the BIOS is currently recognized. Like when you turn this thing on, the BIOS shows up, but it just says no. I don't know. It gives you some sort of error. Okay, so let's go here. Gotta put our BIOS chip in there. And let's go to let's see if you can see this. Let's go to this. Oh yeah, you can see that. So we gotta change up our chip here. How do we do this? Oh my god. It's been forever since I've done this. Okay, here we go. So we have a, oh, what keyboard am I working with? ST 27 C 128. Nope, that's not right. Wow, I'm not getting an ST. What's going on here? Is it that one? No. Alright, well, let's just use this one. Let's see if this works. 27C128. Does this software exist for Mac? I have no idea. Probably not. These these things are kind of sketchy. I always. All right, so I read that fine. Oops. These weird programmers. The software is always so. Let's see. Downloads this thing. There. Okay. Program. And Justin D. Morgan, how's it going? Alrighty, so let's verify this thing. Okay, alright, so we're verified. Let's go back to our scene here. And before people freak out, let's put a piece of tape over our window. If I can find some scissors or something. Ah, the Pen Manager says there is a Mini Pro GUI for the Mac OS. Interesting. Okie dokie. So there's our thing. Let's get this out of here. Okay, someone remember that the mark is down. So, kind of all in there. There we go. Alrighty, so let's try this thing out. That and this. So I'm going to assume that termination power isn't going to be provided, so I'm going to connect an actual power connector to the BlueSCSI. These power adapters are so weak. The little pins, I don't know if you can see that, they move around so much. It's always hard to get them lined up on these things unless you get some good quality ones. This one is green, so you know it must be a good quality one. Okay, we got that on. And I think I have an image already on this. I know, well, I have one of Eric Helgeson's blank images on here. Okay, here we go. Ooh, that's bad. What do we got? We got a double, lots of beeps happening. Our light on our BlueSCSI's on. Sad beep sounds indeed, Sloopy. Come on, do things. Ooh, Power Max 7300 200. Nice. And it had a 3G3. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, there we go. Oh, wait, you don't want to see this? Let's go to this. One SCSI drive found. Okay, what do I have? Oh, I have my DOS boot drive in there, in the floppy. So we're booting up off the floppy right now. So now let's do... come on, CSE drive. Oops. C:/S. Yeah, what am I going to do for the rest of the stream? My stuff never works right away. Well, we'll see. We'll see. This might not work. Let's see if it sees the C drive. Oh, yes, it does. Insufficient memory, blah, blah, blah. Proceed, yeah. Verifying 100 megs. Sweet. I had already F-disked this drive in another computer, so it should be okay. It's taking a... oh, there it goes. All right, we're starting here. Oh, yeah, I have plenty of other stuff to fix, Gutbomb. I don't know if you remember last week, when I was working on those 486 systems, I had this power supply that was rattling around inside the chassis. And all four corners had been broken off here. We'll show it more in a second. I want to do some reinforcement. I glued it back together, but yeah. So the other thing I'd like to do is put the IBM AT 5170 system back together. I still haven't put that back together. So yeah, we're up to 13%. This definitely takes a long time. I don't know, maybe Eric has this thing like set to pretend it's a real hard drive, so it's just taking a long time. Oh, how was the MIT swap meet? It was cool. I'm glad I went. I didn't get anything. It was good to see a lot of stuff. Some of the stuff I saw was exactly the same as the stuff that was at the VCF East swap meet. I recognized some of the faces, so it was kind of it was interesting to see there. But yeah, I was very restrained. My partner and I were going to go get breakfast in the city, you know, while we're in the city, get some fancy restaurant breakfast. And then we realized that it was Father's Day. And so all of the lines in the restaurants were like out the door. So we found a little bakery and just got something cheap from the bakery. Hey, Bacchus, how's it going? Yeah, 640K and 100 megabytes. That should last forever. What are the actual speeds here? So, this is an original 5170, which I think is 4.77 megahertz. Yeah. So that's what we're doing here. But yeah, this computer came out in 1981, so, you know, we're good with that. 44, 45. Jeremy's Vintage Hillbilly Shack. How's it going? I thought you were going to be at VCF South, or what is VCF Southwest today. Maybe we'll work on your PC case. There's a dead 5170 for $5. I would buy that for $5, but, you know, I like buying basket cases. I thought your goal was to go home with no computers, Jeremy. Look at this thing go. It is formatting away all 4.77 megahertz of it. Alright, so maybe, yeah, let's get this power supply out. I haven't checked to see if my microscope, yep, microscope's working. Okay. See, I don't want to move anything. I'm worried about messing this up. So yeah, this is that power supply. Remember, I need it because the case that I'm using for that 486 system, oh god, don't do that. This is a little 5-volt power connector to power the LEDs in the front of the case, and so I don't have that. And so this power supply, all 4 corners were busted off. I glued it back together, but what we're going to do is reinforce, like actually one of these has a trace that goes all the way around that was broken, so I polished off some of the stuff there. So we'll work on this. Let's see if I can get this to look good under the microscope. We're at 75%. Sorry, I need to make some adjustment. There we go. $85%. Wow, keyboard for Mac Plus. That's a really good deal. 93%. We're cranking away here. This is freaking awesome. Ugh. I can't believe this is working. Bacchus, you mean use this power supply case to put a different power supply inside of? Alright, format complete. System transferred. Alright, here we go. Come on. Finish what you're doing here. BlueSCSI's doing stuff. Oh, there we go. Alright. Alright, so let's go back to here. Let's pop out our floppy drive, floppy disk. Just to show you that we're not cheating here. Well, if this boots, we're not cheating. I don't know why we're getting the double beep though. That didn't happen before. Even with the SCSI card in there, we didn't get the double beep. What is the BIOS on the board? Do you mean the SCSI or on the IBM 5150? With the 5150, this little, you might be able to see it there. This is the BIOS I made. It has a 27C64 chip, I think, with a modified socket. Starting MS-DOS. Sweet. We've got BlueSCSI on an IBM 5150. So who was it? Vic the Vicar actually mentioned that he already has an IBM or a BlueSCSI in his Commodore PC 10. So that's an XT clone. So, you know, Vic the Vicar beat me to the XTs, but I haven't found a situation on the web yet where, you know, someone got a 5150 with a BlueSCSI in it. So there might be someone that already has done it. But until I find more evidence, I'm going to say I was the first one. No, I don't know. It's pretty cool, though. Just think of, I mean, this thing has a 32 gig drive. We'll have to play and see how big of images that this computer will recognize. But theoretically, you could store like everything that would run on a 5150 on one of these things. Yeah, Bacchus is finding me all the beep codes here. Oh, maybe I didn't, maybe I don't have the BIOS setting right. Let's see here. Should we go to... Let's go back to -0 degrees. -0 degrees, 5150, switch settings. Got all the good stuff here. Okay, so switch block 1, we should have switches 5 and 6 both on. Alright, so let's see what we got here. Oh, that does say. So that. Okay, let's see if we still get a beep. Ah, that's it. Nice job, Bacchus. One of the switches was wrong. I had it configured for my CGA card. There it goes. Oh, this is cool. Alright, sorry, what have I missed here? Big boys use SCSI. Yes, Vic. I don't think IBMs are more cool than Commodores. I don't know, were Commodores just more common in Europe than IBMs? I know we don't have tons of Commodores over here. So I mounted my BlueSCSI inside of a case or a old 3.5 adapter. So it's gonna look somewhat right, but I gotta mount a second one, right? Because we have this double slot. Yep. All right, we are good to go. Sweet. Stick this in here. We'll have to come back and do some cable management and make this all pretty, but let's get it off the BigBadBench. We'll also have to play around with images and stuff like that, see if we can get that big hard drive in here. Oof. Oof. Big oof. Alright, so it's getting there. It's looking pretty good, right? As long as the activity LED blinks. Well, so the neat thing that I'm thinking here, right, is... Let me grab another one. So this one doesn't match perfectly, but I'll find another one that does. But the BlueSCSI has two LED connections, right? One for power and one for activity. So I can have one of these be the power LED and the other one be the activity LED. Because one of the annoying things about the IBM is that they don't have activity or power LEDs on this. So this will look cool. I just got to figure out a way to connect it all up. Alrighty, so let's set this down. Let's work on this power supply. Oof, man, that's heavy. Big Blue. Alright, let's go to this thing now. Let's see what we're doing here. Where's my mouse? I lost my mouse. Alright, there we go. Alright, so you can see here where we had the connector, the edge of the board ripped off. I think what we're going to do here is just get I'm going to use a leg, like a standoff or a capacitor leg, and we'll put it up on there. Glue that on there for some reinforcement. Well, not glue it, but solder it. We'll do one on each side here. So we'll do one that way and one that way. All right, Bacchus, thank you for doing that for me. Okie dokie. So we're just going to put a little flux on here to encourage solder to stick to these bare traces. Yes, structural soldering. Oof. Trina's cats are taking a nap to the soothing sounds of Big Bad Biologist. Hey, whether I help a person nap or a cat, I'll take it. As long as I'm providing some sort of service to anybody, I think that's a good thing. Alright, now we'll blob this up with solder. Oh yeah. This is reinforced like a beast. This thing's going nowhere. If this were mission critical, I probably wouldn't do this kind of a mess, but I mean, I really don't want to waste a decent AT power supply. Well, we'll find out if it's decent, I mean. Alright, so that corner is strong. Super strong. This one, can see what we got going on there. So I think what I'm going to use on this corner is a little bit of solder braid. Oh, forgot. Flux it up and tin it. Could probably get away with just using solder to reinforce that, but let's really reinforce it well with some solder braid. Oh, well, Epitronics, I have a feeling it's just that the it took a giant shock at some point. Oh shoot. Actually, when I started putting the system together, I realized that the whole chassis was kind of racked a little bit. I wound up having to straighten it. Alrighty. So, not the prettiest work ever, but it should hold. It should hold. It would be nice if there were like opposing corners or something like that. Maybe. See, this one, the broken part is like right there. Maybe we'll just put a little bit on there. And we'll put a little tiny piece. There we go. Hey, one bit. How's it going? Should you go out on the balcony and enjoy the sun? No, never go outside. Outside is awful. One bit. I got my BlueSCSI working on the IBM 5150, so I'm gonna need your recommendations on the best games that can work on a 8080 processor. Or do you already have a top 10 list of one of those? Alright, so there's our little patch panels. Oh, yeah, let's get out of the microscope and let's go back to here. How Leisure Suit Larry works. That's funny. Okay, so should we zoom in a little bit here? Yeah, 8088. Did I say 8080 or something? Okie dokie. So what kind of mess do we have here? Lemmings will work on an 8088? Alright, so that one goes over there, that goes over there. This thing has some interesting choices with regard to cable management. Let's try to reroute these so that they Oh yeah, Prince of Persia. Oh yeah, I saw in Epictronics' latest video find some Tetris to play on there. Ugh, what a mess. Come on, thing. Okay, now I gotta find some screws. Probably that one. Panman GR. Sorry, I know I keep saying your name wrong. Yeah, all the Sierras should go. Let's see. Sorry, just looking for screws here. Alright, So I think we should try this while it's open, so that if it explodes, we can all see it, because everyone loves explosions, right, Trina? Set this stuff aside, set that aside. Sorry. 1 second. How did I even do this? I got a keyboard wrapped around a thing. Oh, Sloopy's excited for the explosions. Okay, so this is the 486 system I started building last week. I put in a different power supply. And this little system's up and going. It's a good little system. 8 megs of RAM, 486 DX33. We've got a Creative Vibra 16 video card, or a Vibra 16 sound card. We've got a Trident video card, and our basic IDE. We got a 128 meg flash drive. But we gotta get to our power switch. Oh, this thing's so annoying. Okay. Oh, I gotta take this thing all apart. Oh, jeez. Oh, this is annoying. Why would I... No. Why would I eBay them? This one is for a different computer. I have plenty of floppy cables around. This one's not going to stay in here. This one is for if you have a tape backup drive that runs off of the floppy connector. That one's not for this computer. It's just something I was using for the time being. Oh man, I'm really going to have to take this whole thing apart. So to get to the power switch, we got to take the motherboard tray out. This is a lovely little case. Yes, I believe Zork is the Gru joke. Had all the LEDs hooked up and everything. Ah, this is annoying. Oh well, gotta do what we gotta do. That's what the front of that case looks like. Let's pop the whole case front off, because we're gonna have to play with the numbers anyway on this thing. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do that one bit. Do it for the views. That's why I'm about to explode this power supply on stream. Okay, here's our case front. So, like I've mentioned before, be very careful with AT power supplies. So we're going here. Always know which ones are supposed to connect where. This one is black. And never grab them. Blue. This is brown. Let's keep all of our wires out over here. Should we have a power? Get our voltmeter ready. See what this thing does. Connect it up to the 12 volt first. Yellow wire. Of course, you can't see crap. Okay. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, my power cord has a switch on it, so I have my switch shut off. So I can have my fingers far away from this thing. Okay, now I'm going to turn this on. In 3, 2, 1. Alright. So, one thing I just saw is that the fan wasn't spinning, and of course I forgot to connect the fan. Where the heck is that fan go? Goes all the way over here? So I'm going to check real quick to see if there's any voltage on this thing. Sometimes you get some weird things and they give you a little light up. Okay, so looks like we're not going to get killed. I should mention that you should never do this while that's plugged in. I currently have it switched off. Okay. Switch that back on. Let's reconnect our voltmeter. Three, two, one. Okay, we got fan now. 11.3 volts. Not great. Definitely not great. 5.3 volts. Yeah. Should be good enough for our purposes. Oh, alright. So now let's so this thing, right? Let's see if I can zoom you in a little bit here. So this is the back of the LED connector. So I'm going to hook that up there. Oh no, there it goes. Okay. Ooh. This thing originally showing 10 megahertz. I wonder if it had really a 10 megahertz system in it. So I'm going to have to look up this little number. So the nice thing about this one is it's got 3 digits, so you could ultimately go up to like 100 and whatever, like 133 or whatever. Alright, cool. Well, yeah, crisis ready. I don't even think you'd get a police quest out of that one. Ooh, you bought an SE30. Well, no, it wouldn't. You don't multiply it by 10. You just look at it. So this has a single digit, so it'll be 100. But, all right, cool. All right, so gonna set that aside. I'll play with that later. All right, should we try to put together the 5170 a little bit? I kind of actually do need to leave at a reasonable time. Ugh. Okay, so here's our 5170. This thing was also a mouse house. And by the time I got to cleaning it, you can see we've lost a lot of the paint. A lot of paint was lost in this thing. Rudy, how's it going? Yes, make the display count up in binary. That would be fun. It'd be fun to control those. I mean, they're kind of really basic digit displays, but yeah, so you can program those things so that when you have it in the turbo mode, it shows one thing, and when you don't have it, or when you have it in the regular mode, it shows a different thing. They're not easy to just sort of figure out, so that's why I gotta go try to find a. It's a bug attacking my face. It's very muggy here today. That goes there. Okay, we need some standoffs. So this thing, gotta figure out which location the standoffs need to be in. That goes there. We need that one. Okay, so it's those 3. So yeah, again, this 5170 was in real bad shape. Ultrasonic bath. It had some bad RAM chips, so I swapped those out. Oof, this is not easy to get to where it needs to go. Okay, so we'll have to do this the wrong way, or the opposite way. Ugh. So we'll pop, oh jeez, pop these out. Put them on the board, or in the case first. Let's see if we can do this way. board is a little crooked. Man, these standoffs are very tight inside this case. Wow, -0 degrees has the pin out for that thing too. Man, they got everything on -0 degrees. They know how to take care of us. Yeah, I that's kind of funny one bit. Yeah, I guess I should remind people that I am inching closer, ever closer, inching very slowly to my goal of 512 subscribers. And when I hit that goal, I'm going to restore and give away another Macintosh LC3. So if people are interested in winning a Macintosh LC3, make sure to get subscribed. Oh, man. Why am I having so many issues with this thing today? This chassis does not want me to work on it. I also just realized that I'm missing one standoff in the middle. So I gotta take this back apart. There we go. But also, get subscribed to 1-Bit Fever Dreams. He's pretty awesome. Oh. And he doesn't forget to do things like take out screws. No one needs more than 640 subscribers. That's a good one, Bacchus. Alright. So, I need another standoff. There's always standoffs hanging out on the Big Bad Bench. Not today. Okay, I'll be right back. Oh, no. I did know where they were. They're right there. Standoffs. That one there. That one there. And check the height on these things. Yeah, no, that's the right height. Okay, can we finally mount this motherboard? No. Gotta inch this just that way a little bit. Move that one that way a little bit. Gotta get these down onto this side and then bring the board down on top of it. Get all these lined up. There we go. That's looking better. So if anyone ever tried to put a regular AT board in a 5160 case. 5160, did they fix the spacing on the back? Because I know for the 5150 the spacing's way wrong. I forget if the spacing in the 5160 is also wonky, or if it's just if it moved to the AT style. Okay, so that's good. Now, I forget where this goes. This stupid machine's been so apart so long, I forget where the speaker goes on this one. So we got this goes in here. Sorry you missed out on the PS2 JVHS. These things. Oh, jeez. Trying to make it so you can see what I'm doing here. Oh, right. Okay. So this is where our speaker goes. And it looks like it goes that way. Yeah. Oh. So this is going to go up here like that. You can't see what I'm doing because I am awesome at YouTube. Oh, jeez. Whose idea was to cram this thing in here like this? Alright. That's a good find, JVHS. That wasn't fiddly at all. Retro Techie, how's it going? Oh, I know, Retro Techie. I miss working on Macs. I have too many PC projects going on right now. Gotta get some of these off the big bad bench. Okay. That aside. Let's see. That's the hard drive. We don't need that. Okay. Got those in there. Let's put this memory adapter in there. So this has an additional 1.5 megs on it. Yeah, that's right. Nope, that's not the right place. That's the right place. Oh, Retro Techie, you're jealous of my retro LCD technology. Okay. That. Let's see, what else do we need? Let's put a Trident VGA card in there for the time being, just to get this thing power up. Let's get a speaker on there, or a keyboard. Vic, do you know what you need? Stickers that say verified and guaranteed by the Big Bad Biologist. I don't think so. I don't want to put my name out there in the world. I like being kind of under the radar. Alright, so we're going to test this with this power supply. Okay, AT power supply, black connectors together in the middle. Where's the real power supply? So the real power supply is currently apart, sort of. We'll test that in a second. So here's the hard drive from this thing. So if you remember, the first time I tried to power this hard drive up, it exploded. One of the caps exploded on stream. But I did get this to work in my 486 system. So I have a short on that. So definitely go check out that short if you want to see this thing spin up for the first time. Yeah. Oh, come on. Set this aside. Ugh. It's getting hung up on something. Most likely all that paper flopping around in there. Nothing says high quality like paper. There we go. Alright. Also love that these old hard drives have their own grounding straps. How cool is that? Okay. Now, with these MFM drives, you need to have two sets of wires. So this is the original floppy and hard drive controller out of this thing. It had two tantalums. One of them had exploded. The other one was shorted, so I replaced those. And it's often easier to do this while your cards are not inside the computer. Oh, no. Trying to put it in backwards. Blue stripe goes up. Oh my gosh. Okay, there we go. Alright, so then the second cable for these, I believe, goes to J4, if I remember correctly. So let's do that. Oh, Justin D. Morgan, channels grow at channel rates. They go up and down. I wouldn't stress about it. Alright, now why does that not want to go in there? Okay, that goes in there. Oh, shoot. Alright, let's see if this thing spins up. Rudy, your stuff is awesome. Alright, let's see if this works. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1. Hard drive spinning up. Oh, forgot to connect video. Yeah, I forgot about that. Alright, I forgot about the stupid IBM setup utility. But it powers up. We saw stuff on the screen. It counted all 2 megs of RAM. So we're getting closer on this one. Yeah, I would love to get a microphone real close to that thing and defrag this hard drive. There's some really interesting stuff in here that I want to go over. There's shoot, I forget what it is. I put a couple posts on a couple pictures of on Mastodon about some of the weird stuff that's on this hard drive. So maybe next weekend we'll take a look at it. I'll get the IBM setup utility and get this thing configured properly. But it was good to hear that hard drive spin up and see the RAM count. All right, so what did we do today? We got our IBM 5150 set up with a BlueSCSI. We fixed that other power supply, and we got this thing to turn on. So that's something, right? I think I'm going to call it here because I do need to go and do some other stuff today. I want to appreciate, I appreciate all of you for stopping by today. So Rudy's Retro Intel, Epictronics, Dave's Vintage Apple Tech, Vic the Vicar, Retro Techie, and who else was here? Justin D. Morgan, and Jeremy's Vintage Hillbilly Shack, the Pan Man GR, One Bit Fever Dreams, Bacchus. Who else was here? Garth Beagle was here. And I know I'm missing people. I'm sorry. Trina's Techno Babble was here. Sloopy Malibu was here. So yeah, I think I'm going to have some time to hang out on Dave's stream tomorrow. So I don't know what we'll do tomorrow. Maybe we'll futz with this thing a little bit more on Dave's stream, and I got to hear his story about how the install for the internal BlueSCSI or the internal SCSI for the Mac Plus went. So yeah, definitely check out Dave's stream tomorrow. Let's see. Tech Ambrosia, I think, is streaming today at 4 o'clock Mountain Time, so it's like 6 Eastern, I think. So check out her stream. Oh, and Gut Bomb was here too. Bust out the Vice on Dave's stream. That's what you got to do my internal mod kit thing. All right. Have a good day, you all, and thank you all so much for stopping by. It was great to see you as all. No, we're not going to do a biology lesson today. Actually, check out my Mastodon. I have a biology picture from this week. So yeah, check that out.